this fall. Maybe. I was just watching this podcast with Mr. Beast, and by what's that show called? The Iced Coffee Hour with Graham and Jack, and like it was great because you can see the passion behind what's his name, Mr. Beast, because he really loves what he does, and that's all he's focused on. Like literally, that's all he's focused on. He even lives in the studios, which is crazy. But yeah, he loves what he does, and that's why he works so much, and that's why he's at where he's at. But one part of the I've been watching a few Iced Coffee Hour podcasts, and one thing I see by Graham, like it's just a perspective, man. I could be completely wrong at all, or I probably am, but it's just my observation. But it's just like one thing that Graham keeps repeating in each of the podcasts from like, I saw one podcast from February, saw another in May, June, August, and now we're in October, and he's still repeating it. It's just like he's waiting for that next thing, or he's waiting on something to spark his enthusiasm because he's losing passion again. And I feel like that's just him not taking risk. And in the podcast with Mr. Beast, he mentions that as well. You got to take more risk, and big risk. And it's like hard for Graham because like he built his channel up, and it's like hard to just like do something that could ruin the entire channel. So it's not easy at all. But I feel like the big risk, big reward, and the excitement of that, like, yo, this could really be really great or really bad, and that like lights a fire in you. And that's just something Graham hasn't been doing, or maybe hasn't. Like he rejected the interview with Andrew Tate because he thought it was a risk, even though he could just cut out a part where Andrew may say something. I was just like, you could have just cut out the parts where he said it. You could still, like, because Andrew's big right now, obviously, so like just have him on your podcast, just talk about money. It could just be like that. It does not talk about like women or masculinity or anything like that. No, he rejected the idea because he thought it was a risk, and I was just like, just do it, see what happens. But it's easier said than done, because like if you don't take risks and you play it safe, you go into conformity, and that breeds comfort, and that brings honestly some boredom. And that may be Graham's situation right now. She's losing passion because he's just staying confined into security. That brings unenthusiastic events, because Mr. Beast says he takes risk all the time in his videos, because even though he spends like $1 million or $2 million each video, and he can't just scrap it, so he takes the risk of making a video that may or may not be engaging, but he knows what he's doing. So yeah, just that's the thing. It'd be cool to see Graham just take more risk with his channel, see what happens, learn as you go, and try again. That's the mindset. Try again. That's all I've been thinking about. Just try again every single time as you scale up, because each failure and setback, mistake, that doesn't mean you stop. That's simply just you pause, learn, continue moving forward. Those don't mean anything. Those do not mean you should stop at all. Not at all. So just try again, try again. You see a risk, you want to take it, and it didn't go out, try again, try again. So yeah, try again. Mindset.